Well now guys, it's time to see more reporters who asked a fighter to give them a punch. A punch so they could feel the power that a professional fighter has. What can I tell you? These reporters were all professionals and they wanted to be able to report the story in the best way possible. So they put their hands in the fire and well, they got burnt and immediately regretted ever asking a pro to show them their abilities. Give me a little help by liking this video. It makes a big difference. Now, let's get started. Well, we have to start with this reporter who thought she was going to do something cool with this martial arts master.
Yo voy a simular que lo atacó, pero está listo. Yeah! Oh no!
Well, this guy crossed the line. It seems to me that they didn't even practice this because she didn't expect that they were going to bend her over like a freaking taco. She was only able to yell no as she was embarrassed on national television. We all know that Chuck Liddell can punch with the best of them. He has impressive strength. But this reporter told him to punch his arm so he could feel his true power.
Hard as you can. That's oh God. Oh!
Liddell wanted to be nice and he hit him very softly, but this idiot wanted more. He wanted to feel all his strength and well, they almost made him cry. And it also hit him below the shoulder, which must hurt even more. But it sounded like the whippings my dad used to give me. Here we have El Chavo doing an interview with El Hijo del Solitario, and this idiot started talking about how he could take the hits to the chest, and they decided to exchange 3 slaps for 1.
Tres.
Well, this guy did the right thing, not to hit him so hard as to not make him angry. He hit him really lightly, hoping that the pro would go light on him as well. But he learned a valuable lesson that day. He learned that fighters don't do anything without intensity, especially when you challenge them. It sounded like a whip that broke the speed of sound. It immediately left him marked with a freaking bruise. Boxer Bilal Al-Qawi gave an interview to a reporter who spent the whole day training with him, and to finish, they wanted Bilal to land some body shots while wearing the protection.
Oh my God.
A second shot, same result. I think I'll leave.
The reporter said that protection didn't help him at all, which means that he didn't learn anything. If it wasn't for that protection, they would have made you cry, and maybe they would have made you visit the doctor. The first hard hit caught him by surprise as it was the last punch in a combination, so it hurt a little bit more. But even when he tensed up for the last punch, it still looked like it hurt like hell. I don't know if we can say that Eddie Hall is a professional boxer, but he has fought and he trained for years, and this moron asked him to punch him in the abdomen while wearing protection.
That f***ing hurts, Ed.
Do it. Do it.
20, 40. You actually took off.
Eddie Hall is one of the strongest men in the world, so they went up in strength slowly, first giving 20% until they went up to 80%. Did you see how he got lifted off the canvas and sent him flying with only 80%? With 100%, he would for sure send him flying out of the ring and might have killed the poor guy. Now this reporter went to a gym and interviewed an MMA professional and even decided to get into the octagon to train a little. Not only did he regret all the hard falls that he had, but also because he got really exhausted. This is the one that had to hurt more than any others. He was picked up and dropped straight on his knee before falling to the canvas. It was like a backbreaker in wrestling. Here is another reporter who wanted to exchange kicks with an MMA professional, and well, as always, he did not go all out so as not to make the pro angry, but it still went very wrong. Just look at the way the professional looks at the reporter right in the eyes, as if telling him that you are going to feel this for days. There is no mercy here, and boom, he spins him like a ballerina. Chris Cyborg was interviewed by Aaron True, the YouTuber who likes to see the strength and techniques of professionals, and here he wanted to be choked out.
The normal person.
1, 2, 3.
This poor guy woke up not even knowing what had happened. He was left completely unconscious and seemed to wake up not knowing that he was a YouTuber. He looked like he must have thought that he was dead and was waking up in heaven. This is the most famous reporter in this list, and it's Conan O'Brien, who dressed himself as Bruce Lee to learn some techniques from the legend via Stephen Ho.
Really do it, really do it.
Well, let me take this off.
Okay.
Let me show you this.
Wait, no. Ow! Ow, okay. Okay.
He was teaching him the famous 1-inch punch, and you'd think that it wouldn't hurt that much, but Conan acts like they took his freaking heart out. And of course, that was with Ho not even hitting him at full force. Adrian Marcelo is a reporter for Es En Serio, and one day he was interviewing La Parca, and he challenged him to give him a few hits on his chest like they do in wrestling, thinking that they were just light taps.
Adrian, por favor.
Well, Marcelo started first. He gave La Parca some good hits, but he didn't even feel them. Then it was La Parca's turn.
No te muevas.
Thinking that those hits were nothing in lucha libre, this poor man really did not think that they were going to end up leaving him branded like a freaking cow, like hitting an empty gasoline tank. The reporter is Jason Harkes, and he wanted to get some punches to his face from a fighter, and Sam Stout, who fought in the UFC, agreed to give him a couple.
We're good.
How in the hell would he not regret this, as he was expecting one punch, and Stout gave him two. He did not expect the second one, and it completely destroyed his nose since he connected with it cleanly. You can really see his surprised face after receiving two punches that left him crying. Well, this guy is not a reporter, but he is a YouTube chiropractor, and to celebrate 100,000 subscribers, he asked Jon Jones if he could kick him in the leg.
His face is ready?
Let's be honest, Jones didn't kick him with all his strength, but it was still enough to put his leg to sleep and for him to limp a little afterward. Jones assured that it did not look like much, but the way he kicked him, and in the part of the leg that he kicked him, he is going to have a bruise for sure. We've already seen Chuck Liddell punch someone, and now we have his ex-friend Tito Ortiz slapping a reporter in the face. Ortiz did not want to take responsibility if something bad happened to this reporter, so they recorded him saying that he gives permission for Ortiz to slap him. I thought he was going to hit the ground knocked out because his head really spun, but this skinny guy held up very well. Aaron True is that YouTube reporter who makes a lot of videos challenging professional fighters, and here he faced one that made him regret it for a very weird reason. This guy bit his privates. What a crazy move to escape from the triangle choke. I'm sure it was just a choke, but the guy sure did get his mouth very close to the family jewels. Large is a reporter for Barstool who was interviewing Canelo prior to his fight with Liddell, and the producer gave Large a very bad idea: to put on the abdominal protection and let Canelo hit him for 3 minutes. At first, Canelo was being very friendly, but suddenly he threw some shots that seemed to be at full power. Well, then the reporter began to complain and told him to lower his intensity a bit, but Canelo from time to time still threw some really hard shots. Later, the reporter posted a photo on Twitter thanking Canelo for making him pee blood. How strong is Canelo that even while using protection for such a short time, you can still have these consequences? What can I say? These reporters are completely stupid. We can all imagine how hard a pro can hit without having to see a normal man take an actual hit. Thanks for watching this video. See you next time.